My name is Alyssa.
And I'm Emily.
And you're listening to Slash&Slay, a horror podcast. Hello, Emily.
Wow.
Welcome.
Welcome. You know what I just came up with in my head?
What?
I'm a bitch. I'm a dog.
I'm a bitch.
I'm a dog.
And I shine like...
And I chase that
like...
squirrel.
And I chase that squirrel. I'm a bitch. I'm a dog. I'm a bitch. I'm a dog. And I chase that squirrel.
Yeah. That's what I just came up with.
That's really smart. I like it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you guys didn't know, we watched a movie.
We watched a movie and called Nightbitch.
Nightbitch.
Starring Amy
Adams.
We love her.
And the father from Speak No Evil.
Oh my god, you're right. I did not. No wonder I hated that guy.
Right?
He always is the worst.
It's always the worst.
Anyway, before we get into that, how have you today? How are you today?
I'm okay today. I've had a pretty productive day.
Oh, that's fine.
Editing and doing some auditions, and I'm going to start recording my 11th book.
Woohoo! How exciting.
So, yeah.
Slay, slay, slay.
Slay, slay, slay.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. How are you today? How are you today?
How are you today? We are back on our Doom talk. Talking.
Yeah, we just gotta.
It's been a rough day, but I'm so happy to be here with you and also talk it out, because I think the subject of this episode did not help with my with my already bad mental health today.
Yeah.
But it's really cold here.
It is. It's like it's actually winter.
But we're not. I don't think we're gonna get snow again.
No, unfortunately not.
It left the forecast. The snow has left the building.
It has. But the cold will remain.
It's very cold.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it's very nice at the same time.
Yeah.
Get to cuddle, snuggle. I've been using my little strawberry that you got me for Christmas.
Oh, you like
it?
it?
So warm, yes.
Good.
So warm. And I don't have to put it in the microwave, like the whole thing, because I feel bad if I put my little warmies in the microwave, because I don't like to watch the kitty cat go around and around in the microwave and get boiled.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
It does happen.
Yeah. Anyway, it's cold here. What else do we have to catch up on? That's all. It's cold.
It's cold, and I think that's it.
It's cold. Life's cold. Life's a bitch.
Life's a bitch. You're a dog.
Night's a bitch. Life's a bitch. Do you have any slasher slays?
I was honestly trying to think. I don't think I do, because I've fallen behind on my reading.
Ooh,
already. Third week of the year, and I've only read 3 books.
Okay.
But I need to be doing 2 a week. Just not gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen. I probably won't meet my goal this year, and that's okay.
That's okay. You should just bring it down to make it. Like,
I know.
happier.
I do. I should.
You do.
50. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks.
That's what I have. 50.
50 books a year.
I'm on 4.
Nice.
For the year so far. So that means let's see. I'm ahead by 1 book.
Wow.
I already talked about The Innocent Man, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about that.
Yeah.
TV wise. Oh, I saw Baby Girl.
Oh. Yeah.
I sure did. Honestly, it's not what I expected. Like, once again, like Challengers, I think the trailer makes it seem like it's just like a sex fest.
Right.
But it's really not. Like, personally, it's supposed to be a suspense, which I do think it is. Like, it was pretty anxiety inducing, because she's like obviously doing this thing, and she's like, you're like, when is she gonna get caught? When is she gonna get caught?
Yeah.
The guy was infuriating, because he just reminded me of every 20-something-year-old man right now that just thinks that they can act however they want in the workplace, and you're like, what? Like, I would never, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that was
And get away
infuriating.
with it because
Yeah.
Loki can because
they're men. Yeah.
who's in, anyways.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And like can say and be so brazen, and you're like, and what am I supposed to do about it? You know? Anyway, even to the CEO, he does this, you know?
Yeah.
But honestly, it was a lot about like shame, like inherent shame with like female sexuality, and like the struggles that even like married women that have been married for like 20 plus years have, and like telling their partner what they want and advocating for themselves, and then when they do, it's like looked upon as like not necessarily like, you know, I think we're past the part where, not for everyone, but you know, in our society they're like, oh yeah, we're so, you know, free sex, women are like, you know, can do whatever they want, and blah blah blah. But I think there's still that like underlying misogyny that there's still a long way to go, obviously. And then also it's like a woman who's past, you know, she's like middle-aged woman, she has never been able, she's always felt like this shame for her like fantasies and things like that, and this person like lets her do them without, you know, being ashamed or anything.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, I thought it was a very like, it was actually like a movie that said something. It wasn't just like Nicole Kidman being sexy.
Right.
Which was a plus.
Right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. I like it. I don't know if, I mean, like you and I are both like, I don't know if I like watching sex all the time. And there's like a few things that I was like, ooh, that's a lot. But I think it all had a purpose. Like they didn't do it just for like shock factor.
Right. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I think it was like some good advocating for different kind of, you know, people that are ashamed of their kinks or whatever, but you do you. As long as you're not, you know, doing anything illegal.
You do you. You do you, babe.
No kink shaming here. I slay that.
Okay.
I also watched some jail shows.
Like
reality jail shows.
Like 60 Days In?
No, like
I love that one
called Jailbirds. I started watching some of, and there's another one that I can't remember the name of it now, but it's like this guy decides, he's like the prison warden in Arkansas, and he's like, I don't like how this prison system is, y'all can do whatever you want, and then they have to like become their own like society in there.
Oh,
it's crazy,
weird.
But now I'm like, you know, into prison.
Right. I was really into prison when I was watching 60 Days In.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. What's that on? Netflix? Like
Hulu.
Okay.
There's some seasons on Netflix. They're kind of all over the place.
It's kind of crazy. And I was watching the Innocent Man documentary too, which is crazy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I watched anything. I'm sure I did, but it's like obviously nothing that stuck out to me.
You must have.
I must have.
You just must have.
But I don't know.
You don't know. No
Clearly nothing exciting, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I watched anything else, but I don't think I did. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Nor. But we both did watch Nightbitch.
Nightbitch.
And
Nightbitch.
And I read Nightbitch. Nightbitch.
Nightbitch.
By Rachel. Wait. Yoder. Rachel Yoder.
It definitely had vibes of like The Husbands.
Oh yeah. I started reading this like a few weeks ago just because I was like, oh, we need to do it, and then of course I never kept reading it, but
yeah,
I was like, oh, this is gonna piss me off. It was directed by Marielle Heller.
Okay.
Let's see what else she did. Oh, she did A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which was like the Mr. Rogers documentary. Did The Diary of a Teenage Girl, The Queen's Gambit. She's done some interesting stuff. Some pretty diverse things. Can You Ever Forgive Me? MacGruber. She's done a lot. Interesting. But this movie came out last year, 2024. starring, of course, Amy Adams and the dad from, like you said, Speak No Evil, which his name is Scott McNairy.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was Scoot McNairy.
Scoot McNairy.
Scooter Tooter.
And what I have to say to Scoot is, scoot over. Stop playing the worst husbands ever.
Get out of here, Scoot. Scoot on out of here.
Out of here. Should we? So, if you're not familiar with Nightbitch, Nightbitch is a story of a single mom.
She's not a single mom.
Oh, you're right.
That's the thing. It's the story of a mom with a single child, we'll say.
With a singular child. And she
like used to be an artist and work, like have her stuff in galleries. And then she had her kid and decided to give that up to be a stay-at-home mom. And her days are just becoming something that she did not want and did not expect. And she's growing very tired of it. And at the same time, her body's kind of transforming, and she's starting to have similar appearance and countenance and thoughts of a dog.
She thinks she's turning into a dog.
Into a puppy.
A puppy dog. So I pretty much thought it was going to be exactly what it ended up being.
Yeah, me too. I will say, it's definitely not like an outright horror movie. I think it's a like drama comedy on Hulu, but it's definitely got horror elements. I think for me, as someone who does not have children.
Oh yeah.
I think for women in general, and then there was a little bit of the suspense of not knowing, like, is she actually turning into a dog? Like, what's going on there?
There was some body horror.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, yeah, there was.
That was absolutely disgusting.
I had to look away from that.
Yeah. I will say, I read the book today and I watched the movie last night and today. And I don't think it translated very well to a movie.
Really?
I don't think so, because I think the best parts of the movie were her inner monologues, and it really showed who she was. And I think that what they were trying to do in the movie was like interesting, but I don't think it was as effective. Like when she would have those like thoughts, and then, you know, she would answer how she wanted to, and then all of a sudden it would be like, you know, she would answer how she normally would. I think those were good. Like, okay, I got those. But then the other ones where she'd be like saying something so like profound or whatever, and you're like, nobody talks like this in real life. Right. Like sometimes I think like that, or I write like that, but I don't like actually talk like that. And I also think that in the book it got across more that, like, I don't know, I kind of like, I understood where she's coming from, and like I understand all this resentment and anger and like all this stuff, but she was so like hateful towards those other moms. And I think, you know, probably deep down it's because she doesn't want to she doesn't want to be like them, but I think at the same time she wishes she was, because it would be easier to be that way. And we've talked about this before. Ignorance is bliss, and I think that she thinks that they are just empty, hollow people, and she wishes she was like that, and that's why she hates them so much. But sometimes I was like, girl, you're gonna have to, I don't know, get over it, babe. I don't know, like, what to tell you. But that's why I think it maybe has missed the mark on being translated. I think it did very well at like staying with the book for the most part, except for the ending got a little different. Yeah. But some beautiful quotes. Yeah. One of my favorites was the one where it said, I think I wrote it down, because she said this in the movie too, how many women have given up their dreams or something, how many women have given up their
lives,
dreams, whatever, and then it has like fizzled out over time, and how many men have not known what to do with theirs, like, because they have all the time and they don't know what to do with it, which is sickening.
That was
I
very,
want to find the actual quote, because it was very good.
It was very profound. It was very, like, it just, I don't know. It, like, sometimes, like, I don't know if these movies are trying to make people not want to have kids.
I know. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Like, these movies and these books. Because they're written by people who are usually mothers.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's like, that's from their experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it.
I don't know if it's like more of a warning or if it's a...
Or if it's just maybe like, this is
a rant.
something that happens that people don't really talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe that it's true.
Yeah.
They don't talk about this side of things.
Yeah.
And you know, it could even only be for like a season of you know,
life,
you know, like maybe a few years or something when the kid is less independent.
Yeah.
And then it changes, but because it does usually show when the kid is like, you know, toddler to young kid, like young child, like, you know, maybe like age 1 to like 6 or something.
Yeah. I do think that, like, this one seemed to be more of like the reason this is happening is because she's doing this alone, basically.
Yeah.
Like, placing fault in the correct party.
Mm-hmm.
And then other ones, like, kind of like Chandler Baker, like, I think don't make it as clear. Like, because I think the husband's is more like, yes, it's the husband's fault, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, this one was definitely like, because it was like, and I was like, is this like a story to be like, hey, lose your man?
Yeah, that's
because
what I'm saying.
literally,
like, if he can't cut it, then...
once they separated, she like,
la, la,
it's
la,
like
la.
because she was a single mom, but she wasn't like a single mom with a partner.
With a partner,
which is a
doing
completely
nothing.
different, a different life.
Yeah, but that's what, like, they did not separate in the book, actually. But at one point in the book, she was like, I wish he would just leave, because at least I wouldn't have to hear about the nagging, like, from someone else that I already hear from myself. Like, he was like, why are we out of milk?
Yeah.
Bro, shut the hell up.
Yeah, and go get it. Go
get
pick
the
it up from the
freaking
store so she can have a goddamn shower.
Oh, it pissed me off when
when
she was like, can you do bath time? He said, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do
Yeah.
this? And he's sitting on the toilet. I would have drowned him in that tub.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. And then him, like, playing video games.
Oh,
when she had been at, like,
killed him.
when she'd been with the kid all day long.
Yeah, I turned into a werewolf too.
And, like, that's the thing is, like, I get it. Like,
no, I
both
get
partners need that time because they're, you know, going to work, we all know, is not enjoyable either.
Yeah.
But it's just a whole different beast.
I also think, like, when the excuse that he was like, did you want me to read your mind?
Yeah.
No. But if I can notice that my son needs this and he doesn't have to tell me, then you should be able to notice that your wife needs this. Like, your wife is not doing okay. What do you mean? And he was like, that's what also pissed me off, because he goes, you think I want to come in and feel your resentment?
Yeah.
And then he goes, I thought you were fine.
Right.
But you just said you felt the resentment,
right.
So obviously she's not fine. What
and
do you mean?
Knew that. Yeah. And then when he was like, you're not the woman I married either.
Oh.
I was like saying all these things. Like, you don't ask about my day. And she was like, well, that girl died in childbirth. I
was like, slay, yeah.
Slay.
Because literally what?
Yeah.
Pissed me off. But like I said, I don't know. She seemed, obviously she was very angry.
Mm-hmm.
Very, like, resentful. And I think it's like, you know, talking about how, I mean, there is that quote that they're talking about, like, when you're a girl, you have that spark of fire and anger, and you tamper it down until you can't anymore. And I think resentment is such a, like, huge fire starter for people, especially, like, you know, women in partnerships like that where it's not really a partnership. And if you feel like Like when he said, I don't want to be married to my mother. Okay, then don't act like one.
Right.
Like, don't act like a baby.
Yeah.
Because if, that's the thing that, like, nowadays, you know, people are like, oh, you know, it's 50-50. And there's still, like, that.
Mm-hmm.
There's still that, like, disjointed thing where, like, if women complain about, you know, she complains about doing this or washing your underwear or doing this, and he doesn't understand it. Okay, if she didn't do it, who would?
Right.
Who would do it? Not you, obviously. So she has to act like your mother. She will build resentment. Her fire will go crazy and she'll turn into a wolf.
Mm-hmm. That's what will happen.
And kill your cat.
Oh.
Which I hated that.
I knew you were... as soon as I saw that happen, I was like, Emily is going to hate this.
It happened in the book and I was like...
Yeah. Did they, like, describe it in the book?
Yeah. But she, like...
Yeah. Well, like, in the movie, it was, like, a split second and then, like, you knew... Because you heard the cat, like...
I skipped it in the movie.
In the movie, it was not explicit or anything. Oh. It was just, like, you heard, like, a growling... And then you heard the cat kind of like meow. Yeah. And then it was like you knew. Well, and then it was on the porch. Dang.
Yeah. I just acted it out for her.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh.
And then it was in the kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this one, she was like outside on the porch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I did see that part and I was like,
okay.
And I skipped it. But yeah, very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. Very sad.
Very sad.
But then I like when she like told the moms like, and I killed the cat. She's just like straight says, and they're like, the one lady was like, I killed the fish.
I stepped on the gerbil.
Yeah, and then it was like, I let the parakeet fly away.
Yeah. No, I actually was not expecting the bond with the moms, and I think that was. I don't know. I have a lot of like weird like yes and no's with this book in the story. Like, yes, you need to find new friends that can relate to you that are mom friends. Unfortunately, like that's what you have to do because your whole life as a mom becomes like child, you know? But it's still like it's sad that she had to change like her passions.
Right.
To become, you know, to like be friends with these girls, and then her other friends weren't willing to like be her friend even though they're like when she's a mom, you know.
Yeah, because they had like completely different lives. And
I think the trend right now that's like find your sparkle or like reignite your sparkle is good because like obviously it's relevant right now because of she lost her sparkle, she lost her artistic inspiration,
her passion.
I did like in the movie that they made, since they made them separated, he had to like do it by himself.
Yeah, and then he came back. It was like one day, and he was like, it was hard. It was so hard. He did it for one day by himself.
That kid, I'm sorry.
He picked up the pasta.
That kid was a mess
on the ground.
That kid, that kid was something.
I love. It was a good little actor kid.
Yeah.
He like when he picked up the pasta and threw it on the ground. He was like, I don't know what happened.
He's like, it's on my arm, Dad.
He was like, it's on my arm. And then he was like,
there's two pieces under there.
Fell and then I broke it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you fell and it broke. You broke it. How does that
No,
work?
he grabbed that thing.
Yeah.
And when he had that thing of poop and he was like, hey Mom, there's poop.
Yeah. He was like holding it.
Yeah. That was crazy. That little kid was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Nothing cute about that thing. That's for sure.
That's for sure. I love how when she started like doing like playing dogs, she got him a dog bed.
Yes, and he was like, she was like, I can finally sleep.
Yeah.
And they were eating out of the dog bowls.
Yeah, and then the husband of course was like, what? Why are you doing this?
Don't you think that's weird? Oh, like, I hated him from the first page. Whenever she was like, just trying to get one night's sleep. Yeah. And he was crying and wouldn't wake up. Oh, I would have killed him.
She was like, don't you hear that? Do something about it.
That's why I really don't understand the perspective of the husband. Like, do you not realize you're the villain? You get to leave for 4 days.
Yeah.
you come back, you complain, and then you do what?
Like, you got, like, she had no breaks. Absolutely no breaks in that time.
No, she had no break. She did everything by herself. She doesn't, like she said, she doesn't get vacations. She doesn't get paid for her job. But she still has one. And it's more than 8 hours a day.
Yeah. It's 24/7.
24/7 with the baby.
With the baby.
And now she's a dog.
Right.
Did you think she was actually going to become a dog?
I understood, like, the metaphor, right?
Right.
But then I was also like, but is she also a dog?
I know, yeah. But I think she, like...
She really was, right?
Yeah, I think so.
In this reality, it's like, I guess women that really need to become dogs? Because, like, her mother became one.
Yeah.
Or is it, like, a lineage thing?
I don't know, because they also did little witchcraft.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird.
And
the library lady.
The library lady, she clearly was one at one point.
Yeah, she looked like a dog. Those eyes.
But I don't, like, the other moms weren't. So, like...
No, I don't. Well, in the book, they all become dogs. Like, they all kind of, like...
Oh, really?
Become dogs, yeah.
All the other moms do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, by the end, like, her whole family's dogs, too. Like, they're all just dogs.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know.
That's, like, how it ends?
Mm-hmm.
They're just dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I like how this one ended, like, her just running, and then all the dogs were, like... Following her.
Yeah. Her dog friends.
Yes. Those dogs are cute.
They were really cute.
I wanted them.
Her transformation was really CGI bad, but...
Yeah, but...
I mean, what are you gonna do? She was a cute dog, too.
Yes. It's like a wolf dog. She's like a wolf dog.
Like my dog.
Yeah.
My wolf dog. She's a night bitch for sure.
Oh, for sure.
How dare you? I can call her night bitch. You can.
I remember when we picked up Luna.
Oh, yes.
That's crazy. I haven't even seen her since, I don't know.
A long time.
She was like a puppy.
Yeah. I'll bring her over here. And she'll pee on the rug or something.
She'll love it.
I like how they all got... Oh, wait. Did they do the multi-level marketing scam in the movie?
No, they didn't.
No, Jessica, one of the moms, got them all to do herbs. And then she went to the Nightbitch and was like, I'm in deep with these herbs. And she's like, we gotta get out of the herbs. And she's like, okay, we'll get you out of the herbs. And so she gets all the ladies who are victims of the multi-level marketing scheme. And they like, which I think is a nice touch, because moms are so like, they know that they're gonna do it because it's like something to do, something you can attainably contribute to society.
And I 100% understand that. Like, I'm not a mom, and I'm like, I am working, but I'm not making necessarily bringing in the cash, you know? And there's like a desire to like contribute do that as well. Yeah. And so like I understand that.
If I come in one day and you have like those leggings, what were they?
The Halara leggings?
No. They were they start with an L.
Lululemon?
No. They were another one. Like, there's a whole documentary. Like, people have died over these leggings because it was such a crazy multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh my gosh.
My mom did homemade gourmet. We still to this day have some.
Yeah, I know my grandmother did Mary Kay for a little while. I think is that one less though? Mary Kay's less of one?
I think it is, but also
I think it still is one, but it's not like necessarily shady.
I don't think it's shady, but I don't think that you can make as much money as you think.
Of course not.
But yeah.
But I did have a friend who did get the pink car.
Is that the person that's around here in Tyler?
No, they were in I'm just gonna place that. Am I? They were in where I used to live.
Oh, okay.
Where I grew up.
Well, there's a pink Cadillac around here.
Really? Well,
yeah. You not seen it?
I haven't.
The Mary Kay girls.
Haven't seen it.
I used to love to get my mom samples.
Mm-hmm.
Pampered Chef.
My
boyfriend's mom does that, but she only gets people to do it. Like, she's like, please, can you buy something so that I can get this free thing? She's very upfront about it.
Yeah.
She did Scentsy too.
Oh, Scentsy, that's
lot of
another one I was
Scentsy.
thinking of. I've tried, people have tried to get me. I just ignore them.
Herbalife.
I'm like the hey girly, you know.
Hey
girly, I'm doing
from
this.
high school.
I'm doing this thing. Like, and you know, do you want him out? Do you want to make money and all this stuff?
No thanks.
No, I'm good. I'm rich enough, thanks.
Yeah, but they are. I'm so rich.
I'm so rich.
But women, stay-at-home moms are like their target because they're desperate and want to do something.
Which is sad.
And no wonder she got into the herbs.
Yeah, seriously.
But also Nightbitch also bought $600 worth of herbs. So, yeah.
I wish they had included that.
I know, it was kind of funny. And I was like, okay, yeah, that would happen.
I wonder if it's like a deleted scene or something.
Oh, yeah. Amy Adams did amazing, though.
She did. I love
As always.
her. I really love her.
I like that she is like, I think she's made a really good transition from her, like, you know, Disney-esque, very, like, young, youthful roles. And then now she's, like, advocating for the, you know, mid to, you know, late 40s.
Yeah.
Demographic and doing roles that really do fit her, and she's not trying to like look like she used to. She's not trying to, you know, do any of that.
She really just bears it.
Yeah.
And I love that, honestly.
And she had 6 nipples.
She did.
And a tail.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, okay. The nasty body horror part, because I looked away.
Yeah.
What was it?
In the movie, it just like milky pus, and then like a big old chunk of wet hair came out.
Oh.
And then in the book, it was like attached. She was like, I feel like wagging it.
Oh, it was like her tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was her tail coming in.
Well, I didn't realize I thought it was like on this part of her.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I literally saw there was something lumpy, and I was like, nope.
It was nasty.
Then when she pulled the needle out, I was like, no.
It was nasty.
I looked away, so.
Disgusting. Yeah, it was very gross. But yeah, it was her tail. Yeah, in the book, there was a lot of like times where she was like, I just want to wag my tail, or I just want to like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, you really think you're a dog, huh? You really do think you're a dog.
You really do.
Yeah. In the book, also, her mom wasn't dead yet.
Oh.
Which I was like, where is your grandma? Come, like, you need somebody.
Yeah.
Because, like she said, like, the village is nowhere to be.
Right. Nowhere to be found.
And that is true.
Mm-hmm. For most
But I also
people.
feel like, you know, I mean, a lot of the people that I know have, like, the privilege of having family in the area. But we did not even hear a peep about the grandparents from either side.
Right. True.
Which I wonder what all that was about.
I also was wondering, what does he do? Did they ever say?
No, what kind of business?
Did they even say in the book?
Oh, he was like, they met in grad school, and he was like some technology something. I don't remember.
They did not say in the movie, and it was like he was just gone. He'd be gone for like 4 days at a time.
He better make hella bank.
Seriously.
And she definitely, like, she should have gotten a nanny.
Yeah.
Like, my friend works for a mother who, like, stays at home, but also, like, needs a nanny every now and then.
Yeah.
And, like, that's okay.
And maybe that's what she ended up doing, you know, once they were back together. And she was still doing her art, you know?
I hope so.
Because once she, like, started doing her art again, it made me happy. It made me so happy.
Yes, yeah.
She finally just got, like, a day off. Like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Yeah. I definitely, like, you know, feel for... I know my mom felt like she was a single mom a lot of the time because my dad was always gone, too. And with 4 kids, that could not have been easy. And I just feel like there was nothing like this, though.
Right.
For her to relate to or listen to, or because of, like, my upbringing, we're a very Christian household. And, like,
That's your That's your place as a woman.
Yeah.
To do that and not complain because it's in your... And she even says in the movie,
I was about to
the
pick up
quote
that
was
quote.
like the biology, something about just like cultural, society, biology, like...
Yes.
I can't remember the exact quote.
Oh, there was this is the quote that I was talking about earlier, and then the ending ties into what I was just saying. But it goes, how many generations of women had delayed their greatness only to have time extinguish it completely? How many women had run out of time while the men didn't know what to do with theirs? And what a mean trick to call such things holy or selfless. How evil to praise women for giving up each and every dream.
Oh, makes me want to cry.
I know, because it is actually evil.
It is.
Because they're raising people to not be like that.
Right.
And yet, they are doing exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
And we think it's like this self-sacrifice when in fact it's like demolition.
That's why I will never understand people that are like, you not having kids is selfish.
Yeah, like what?
Like, how is me not having kids selfish?
Did they say something like everything you give up just to further the human race? Nobody understands that.
Yeah.
I think the librarian said that.
Yeah.
And we're good. We're overpopulated, guys.
Seriously, we could afford to, take it down a generation or two.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll be fine.
And that's what I think this one did have a clear, like, this is what you need to do, to a cautionary tale almost of like, you cannot let go of who you are, or you're gonna, not be a good mother. And like, even like her old, not coworker, but like classmate from grad school was like, when I do my art, I'm a better mom.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I can, definitely see that, because if you have your moments in your time, you're going to be, number one, more peaceful, more attentive when you do have that time with them. And you're also going to teach them, like, to prioritize their self-care and, like, doing what makes them happy. Because that's so important,
Yeah.
And then, I mean, in other books, I am glad that it was kind of a clear, like, you cannot lose yourself, and you need either to be single and get the help that you need, or you need a partner that will be, like, equivalent, like, help equal amounts.
And she did, when he asked her, like, do you regret having our son? She's like, no, but if I could go back, I would, like, have us have an actual conversation of what this is going to look like.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. It's something that I definitely want to do with my partner when or if we decide we're going to try, which I've waffled. I will say I've waffled a bit.
Yeah.
I've waffled a lot because I'm like,
I think you look so cute pregnant. And that's
you.
my only positive for you.
I just like, the only thing is like, I kind of just want to see like what our kids would look like.
You can just like Google it. But
True.
No, I'm kidding.
Just put our pictures together.
No. I think hormonally we all have, like, you can't say that you've never wanted kids.
Right.
Hormonally, against your own heart and free will, you have the desire to have children at some point in your life as a woman. But that doesn't mean that it is necessary to fulfill you as a person.
Right.
And I think...
And sometimes I just want to not have children just out of spite.
Yeah. And that's
like,
okay.
honestly, like, just to be like, no, I get to choose what I do with my body.
Yeah. And I say
and
no.
You can shove it up your ass.
Yeah. You can do that with your body.
Yeah. Have fun.
Also, it's like, I know that people think, like, to carry on a legacy of some sort, but the other day we were were, like, talking, we're like 3 generations away from not being remembered,
Seriously.
And I was like, I don't want to share this, like, my life. I don't want to share. I was, like, literally getting, like, ravioli and wine with my friends, and I was like, I don't want them to know about this. This is my moment. This is my time. Like,
yeah,
let me have it.
They don't need to know.
They don't need to know who
I
was.
Know what
Nobody
I was doing.
needs to know what I did. Y'all mind your business.
Mind your business.
Whatever y'all have to deal with is way worse than what we're doing now.
Right.
And right now it sucks. So
yeah,
I don't know, guys.
And I think that's like one thing I've heard just men say, like, the reason they want to have kids is because they want to carry on their legacy. But that's it. They don't want to do the work that comes with it. They don't want to, you know, be the actual parent that comes along with it. They just want to slap a name on a kid. Yeah, it's... Ugh.
I also think that the way that they portrayed her as a mother was, like, very much, like, she obviously did a lot of, like, the gentle parenting, and she, like, didn't really know what she was doing and everything like that. And then, like, back in, like, she even said, like, I feel like I'm a 1950s housewife.
Yeah.
But then I think it was even easier because you could let your kids run around and not have to worry about all of that. You could spank them and nobody would bat an eye. Like, not that that's right, but there were, like, more sound ways of dealing with things instead of, like,
you know, literally when they turned 5 years old, you could turn them out in the street with other kids and they could be gone all day and you wouldn't even think twice about it.
No, yeah. And also, like, back then it was more customary to, like, live around your family for sure. So that's when, like, the village actually did.
And it was cheaper to live back then.
Yeah. Not that I'm saying it's not easier. There's different struggles.
Yes.
But I think
different struggles, definitely.
The child and the husband's dynamic, who also, like, even if he would have come home every single night, that still would have been marginally better because he could do something. You know? Being gone 4 nights in a row is insane.
It's insane. Just happened to my sister.
Really?
Yeah.
He was gone for 4 nights?
He was gone for like 4
was she
nights.
Pissed?
I don't really know.
I was thinking about your sister, like, this whole time. I was like, is she okay?
Right? I wonder that
too. Are you
too.
good?
I wonder that
hey,
too
girl.
sometimes.
Hey, girl.
Like, hey, why don't you turn on this
the dog park with me?
Why don't you turn on this movie called Nightbitch? Ignore the title. Just watch it.
Ignore the title. Just watch it.
Just want to see your thoughts.
No. No. But yeah, I think, and her resentment for being like, I bet he's all cozy and a nice hotel, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, 100% he was. Of course he was playing video games. What do you think he was doing? Working? No.
Yeah. Or, like, they get to go out to, like, dinner, like, with their coworkers and, like, enjoy just, like, a stress-free, nice dinner that's, like, fully paid for. Then they get to go back to their hotel by themselves and sleep until, you know, sleep a full night.
And she doesn't get to.
Oh,
another thing that pissed me off was when she was like, I don't think I'm an artist anymore. And she's, like, crying. And she's like, and I should be grateful because not, you know, this is the dream to be with your child, like, and blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, okay.
Yeah. That's what you want. Like.
Kill yourself.
Literally.
Sorry.
And then, and then just the way when, you know, he brings that up, he's like, well, you didn't, you know, I thought I was supporting you.
I thought that's what you wanted.
Right.
Okay. But you should have anticipated. Like, what did you think? I want to know his logic.
Right. And I think, I don't know.
Unfortunately, that is
a lot of men's logic.
A lot of men's logic because it's so deep rooted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they don't have to think about these things.
My dad, who is 62, at least once a weekend, asks me, like, a laundry question. He's like, so, should this go in the blah, blah? Fool.
Mm-hmm.
You are 62.
My dad. Love him to death. And honestly,
I love my dad too. And when he asks me the questions, I'm like, oh, sure, Dad, I would love to help you. But hello?
I just have to preface. My dad did, like, a lot of, like, the cleaning in the house and stuff when we were kids. Because he'd like things like, my mom's a very clean person, but my dad's, like, even cleaner. So, but the other day, my mom asked him to make guacamole or to you know, get the avocados out of their things. Mm-hmm. We go in and he's just trying to peel the avocado.
Like, peel it?
Peel it. And my mom were like, what are you doing? He was just trying to peel an avocado at his age of 67. Had never, and he really honestly had not cooked a lot until he had to live on his own. And then
I guess he's never had an avocado.
He had to do
a
it.
raw avocado.
I guess that's how he had always done it. Like,
oh my gosh. Poor
what
guy.
are you doing? Part of me's like, because I think I was just like looking at it. I think, because I feel like he knows how we do an avocado. Maybe he was just like having an absent-minded kind of like brain fart.
Yeah.
And because he was kind of staring off, maybe watching TV or something, staring off.
And he was just like
peeling and trying to peel an avocado. But it was funny.
Sweet dads.
Sweet daddies.
And like, yeah, I have moments like that, fine. But there comes a point when guys have got to get it together.
It's really not that hard.
It is very hard when you have to do it times 3.
Yes, exactly. It's not that hard for you to do it for yourself or to like,
Yes, exactly. That's why it's like
share. It's the share in
hello? Can you clean your own underwear?
I'm grateful for my man.
Good job, Jared.
Jared is very good at cleaning. I'm messier.
cleaning.
I'm honestly messier than he is.
Messy is different than dirty.
Right.
And I don't think you're dirty.
I don't feel like I'm dirty, but I do leave stuff everywhere. As you can see, all my shoes.
It's okay. I've learned to like embrace mess, but I can't embrace dirt.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. Cannot be dirty. But it's just like resentment grows so quickly, and it's so easy to not even have that like be a problem. And then as women, like, we're not going to be the ones to be like, tell them to do it. Especially like, you want to be the person that's like, oh, I love you, so I'm going to clean up your this. Oh, I love you, so I'm going to do your this. But there comes a point where it's going to...
And then it becomes like an expectation. It's not just you doing it out of love. It becomes their expectation.
Yeah, and then why?
Yeah.
I don't expect anyone to lift a finger for me. And then when somebody expects something of me, then I'm like, hello, what?
Yeah.
We were bred to be docile creatures, but we're really wolves.
We're really wolves, and we really are, what did she say? We're gods. We have power.
That is crazy.
It's such a power. You have such a power. You are growing this life inside you.
That's insane.
You are literally just living, like walking around, living your life, and life is growing inside you. And then what it talks about, the child, it's like the most violent thing, like, is so violent against you because the way it rips out, and it's blood and guts and all this stuff.
It does this violent thing against you, and you still love it more than anything in the world. And it destroys your life, too. Interesting.
So it sounds like a toxic relationship.
Yeah, that's just your baby.
That's just your baby.
And then, what was it? Oh, she also was like, I'm surprised motherhood's not outlawed, because that's so crazy that we give birth like that.
Yeah. And then people want to force births and things as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I cannot believe people do it without like an epidural. I can't believe it. I can't believe people do that.
My sister 4 times.
That's crazy.
It couldn't be me.
It might though.
I don't know.
It could be you.
The only thing that I like about that option is that you are like either at home or you're like in an environment that's more comfortable than
she did it without an epidural 4 times?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And she's so tiny.
She did 3 at home and 1 at the first one at a birthing center.
Oh my god. How is she standing and alive?
Honestly, no clue.
What a crazy lady. Love. With peace and love, you're
peace
crazy.
Peace and love, you're crazy.
Yeah. Peace and love you, you're crazy. That's insane. Yeah. I also heard that, was it you that told me this? Where only half your body can, I don't know who it was, but they told me that sometimes epidurals only like work on half your body, and it's like,
oh yeah, I've heard that,
vertically, so you're like on one side, which is crazy,
but they can feel it on the other side.
Yeah, that's horrible. It sounds so painful.
I know, and I hate pain.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I also hate pain. It's insane. I think, again, like I was saying, this one does have like a clear, like, hey, the warning, do this or else you'll become a werewolf. And I think that was like the purpose of this one. I'm not trying to like compare it to Chandler Baker's books or anything, but a lot of the time, like, Chandler Baker's books are like, men suck.
Yeah.
And that's all, you know, like, not really like an advocating for anything better.
Like, here's this
magic pen.
magic hypnotizing thing that can click, 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 click.
Which it would be so nice if that was real.
Yeah.
But it's not. And so I think this one had a better like message. But I also don't think like the purpose of the husbands was necessarily to give you a message either. Right, you know, so that's like what I think it having a different message to give us. But I did like how this one did like prioritize that and had a clear don't lose your sparkle, get a better husband. Be a werewolf if you like.
Be a werewolf if you like. I have a question about pain. Do you ever, okay, this might be TMI. Do you ever like maybe have like a really hard bowel movement?
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's really painful, like coming out.
Right.
But at one point you just go, I'm just gonna, like, you embrace the pain.
I guess.
Have you ever done that? Or like if you're throwing up or something?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna embrace this pain.
Yeah, I think I
does
don't
help.
think I do that though. I think I'm like I'll bring it back to the worst pain I was in my life on, when was it, Thursday, when I went to the tattoo parlor to get my nose accidentally re-pierced. And I was fighting it. Like, I know you're supposed to like relax and you'll like feel better or whatever, but I was like scrunched up, like tears streaming down. Like, not even because I was crying, but because you literally can't help it when they're piercing your nose.
Well,
it's like,
it's like really close to the tear duct.
Yeah, it's like a nerve thing. But I mean, I was not embracing it. Maybe next time I'll try that though.
Try it.
When I get my next piercing, which I think will be soon, I'll really try.
Just like,
I'm a sucker for pain.
It's just kind of like being like this pain is happening to me and I'm going to feel it completely.
Yeah.
It does not make the pain go away at all. It makes it almost worse, but better. It's like weird.
But you're like conscious of it. You're not like trying to fight it, because there's, if you like accept that it's only temporary.
Yeah. That is what you have to do. To be like, as soon as like I just embrace this,
like, this is only a moment. As
soon as I embrace this, it will end, and because it will end.
Man, you'd be fighting for your life on the toilet for real, huh? If you're having these thoughts, I have some peppermint tea. Do you want some? It really helps.
It honestly has not happened. It does not happen very often.
Okay.
It just happened recently. That's why I thought of that. And I was like, literally like, this hurts so bad. And I was like, I just gotta let it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
And then it was over.
So. Also, if you anticipate pain, it helps a little bit too, I think. For me.
Really, mine's opposite.
Well, if I like go into, like, I was not expecting this to hurt so bad.
That's true. But
when I went for my first one, I was like, it's gonna hurt like a mother. Like, getting my nose pierced is gonna hurt, or getting my helix.
That's true.
The thing I didn't anticipate when I got this ear piercing, my helix, like cartilage, whatever, was the sound.
Ugh.
Disgusting sound. Absolutely
like
disgusting.
A squelching or like what?
Like a popping.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yuck.
Very yuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna get another one.
That's how I always was with like shots. Oh, yeah. I was anticipating the pain to the point where I'd be anxious about it for like weeks.
Ooh.
And weeks. and then like they would do it and it wouldn't hurt at all. Yeah,
because you're like, well, I don't want to.
It's almost like
you shouldn't work yourself up into like that. But I think anticipating like this is gonna hurt, and then you're like, yes, it is hurting. That's right. That's exactly what I said was gonna happen. But it's over now. And it's like, yeah, I was expecting that.
Yeah, like that's how I am with like getting my blood drawn. I did not get my blood drawn for years and years. I built it up so much. I was like shaking, couldn't breathe. She did it, and I was like, that was it. She was like, yeah, I'm done. And now when I go get my blood drawn, because I get it drawn by a doctor I used to work for, I can put on music and sing really loud. And also
You're fine.
I'm like, I don't know, I don't get nervous about it.
No.
I get nervous like right before it happens, but like
Yeah, that's
I don't
fine.
I don't think about it all day, like the day of my appointment. It's not that big of a deal.
No.
Which was something I wanted for my life growing up. But now there's other things that I avoid because I don't want to deal with the pain, like going to the dentist.
Oh, the dentist. I love the dentist.
I wish it was you. I hate the dentist.
I need to go see my man.
I can't even like talk about, if someone starts talking about like stuff with teeth, I have to turn on. It's it's horrible.
I don't like that's another thing that I was like, well, I can't have children because I can't deal with losing teeth, and I've never been able to. What?
Losing teeth?
Like when children lose teeth?
Oh, children. I thought you meant like when you're pregnant, you lose your teeth.
You got to like have the deciding factor.
Oh, and that's not happening.
Yeah, no. Mine is also one of my pregnancy like symptoms. Reason why I don't want to have kids is that your hair falls out. My hair's already like 5 strands. So
also pregnancy nose. Have you seen that?
Yes, that's crazy. And my fingers are already.
My nose is really kind of thin, so I feel like mine would bulbous out.
Oh yeah, mine's already kind of bulbousy out this way. It's not like that big, but it goes out. Big. Mine spreads out.
Yeah, yours is more spread than mine.
Yeah.
Mine's like.
Which I already am like, ew, I hate that, so I don't want it to. And my feet are so tiny, and I have like, I don't want my feet to get bigger.
Wow, my feet are big.
Well, yours are proportional to your body.
But these are not my shoes.
Because you're tall. I know, those aren't your shoes.
Okay, thank you.
Cankles, I don't want those.
Yeah.
I already have mild cankles. My fingers, I don't want those to swell up. I could use a little bit of fat on my finger bones, though, I will admit. My mom said that when I get engaged, it'll be really ugly.
That's rude.
She's not wrong. Look at that.
No.
My bones are... It's tendons or bones or veins.
No.
Something's sticking out. Look at your beautiful fingies.
I didn't like my fingers until I met Jared.
Aw, he likes your fingies?
He does, and his hands are so much bigger than mine.
Aw.
Like, his fingers are bigger than mine, so I feel, like, tiny in his fingers. I never felt tiny before.
I want to hold your hand. Waffle. You have little skinny fingers.
So do you.
I have talents.
You have claws.
Yeah, when
those
she growl
Ferratu
people.
claws.
I was like, girl, whoa. Don't do all that. That's crazy. Do you slash or slay it?
I slay it.
I slay it as well. I slay both. I think it was exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah,
it did make me very depressed. Like,
same.
it really brought me down because
Same.
I was like just really hurting for her.
Yeah, same.
And her really, not it was like a bad attitude and like that was her choice. Because obviously it's not, even though he was saying that you need to choose to be happy, like her attitude was bad because of her situation. And it made me have a bad attitude today.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Bad
but
attitude.
I still slay it.
It made us
I probably won't
bitches.
watch it again, but I slay it.
No, yeah, agreed. Yay. So
Yay.
Next week,
Slash and Cage.
in honor of your birthday.
In honor of my birthday and our party.
Our party
that we're having.
I'm gonna rent it and then I'll watch it and then you can watch it really quick. Or we can just watch it together. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're gonna watch Arcadiana.
It's an apocalypse type movie.
Yes. We are throwing a wonderful birthday bash for Alyssa and her husband on Saturday. Come if you want.
Come on by.
It's apocalypse themed, so we thought it was only fitting we would do a Slash and Cage apocalypse edition. So watch the movie, and we'll watch the movie, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday.
Amen.
Amen. Good job.
I love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.